back at it like a crack at it. You already know. It's it's the four Randos, and we're excited. We got a lot coming up for you, and just gonna introduce myself. My name is Willie Will. Pass it on to my girl.
I am T from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And we're missing our fourth Rando, Morgan. So I'm going to shout out her, Morgan.
Miss you, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
A.K.A. Chick-fil-A. This your boy, Just G.
Just G.
A.K.A. Glen Coco. A.K.A. Brooklyn. A.K.A.
Cocoa
Latina
butter.
Latina.
Cocoa butter.
Curly hair, light skin mouth.
I can't even keep
Curly
that.
hair.
Four Randos.
Four Randos.
And we're back at it.
For the rest of the podcast, I'm going to talk like this.
Oh, yeah?
I've been hearing a lot about ASMR, and this is how they talk.
Oh, where? Wow. So we should just get it in like
on
this.
The microphone.
And this is
Okay, this is ASR. What does ASR stand for?
It's ASMR. I'm not really sure what it stands for.
Asian
Actually,
sexual men's reflexes?
I don't know what that is. Let me see. Let me Google it, because a lot of people
Do they do licking lips?
Can you hear that? They probably do.
Oh, you can be Caribbean and suck your teeth.
You can make a lot of money on YouTube if you start your channel doing that. Then, okay, that sounds really.
That sounds like you good at this. You do this a lot.
First of all,
you know what I want to. You know what I want to.
We ain't gonna be out here doing all that.
Wait, it stands for Autonomous Sensory Median Response. It's an experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. So sounds that give you that effect, I guess, fall into the category of ASMR. They be whispering too.
Wow, so you got to be in some type of.
You can listen to sex.
Would that arouse you? You can listen. I got vision. I need vision. I can't do no audio.
Just listen. Just
audio. I need vision.
Like a podcast.
I need to see something.
Yeah, I mean,
I need to see parts.
They make the video like you watch them literally on YouTube, and they're like, "Hi, on today's episode, I'm going to be eating Popeye's fried chicken," and then they'll like literally whisper the whole thing, and then like eating the chicken. It's very. I'm not gonna say it's weird. Can you hear the water?
I don't know.
No, I don't think.
Maybe you just hear it in your imagination.
If you're a loud swallower, maybe, but I don't think. You know what? Wrong choice of words. Wrong
Morgan's not here to censor us today.
Uncensored.
We are uncensored today. Let me move all. Look, we are peeking out all the volumes. Oh my god!
We're leaving everything on the table.
On the table.
On the table.
I mean, I don't even know if it's supposed to be like sexual. I think it's just like calming people, like calms you down or gives you like some kind of sensory or whatever. But you know, me and my boy Willie Will was talking earlier today, Just G, and he's talking about how sex in Japan, they have like whole festivals and a
bunch of hoes over there. Feel me?
Tell the listeners what you were telling me earlier about how they do it.
I was just saying, like in Japan, they have like a very high sexual innuendos that go over there, and it's like a festival that goes on in the streets of Japan, and dildos is out. People are people are celebrating dildos. People
celebrating dildos.
Yeah, it's out there. Like people are holding big ass like dildos, and it's customized, and they have dolls in the air, and then there's water. So if you're wearing like a white T-shirt, you got to look out for the water. It's all sexual.
Wait,
and people love.
Now, where's this at? Where's this at exactly? Is this in Japan?
This is in Japan, but in Asia though, there's people just love sex. Like it's a thing. It's part of the culture.
Let's ask the question. Let's ask the question that needs to be asked. All right. So who here has? Lord, I don't even know if we really. Who in here knows a friend
of a friend,
right? Of a friend who has
friend.
dated someone of the Asian persuasion.
I mean, yeah.
Well, what's your definition of dating? Like casually, or y'all were in a relationship?
Had sex with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So had sex with cannot be casual or could be casual?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just to see if you have experienced this, freedom of physical expression in that. And have you?
I mean,
or is that only?
It's just strange because I feel like the older generation, the older Asians are more freakier than the younger ones. Because in the streets, I see like grown folks old men, maybe because they haven't dated nobody in the past or don't have no experience, so they use this opportunity to show that, they got that, flair. And they're out here trying to
y'all trying to have people. Y'all trying to get people caught out here by even answering this question.
No, I mean
because I know the answer, but I'm not really allowed to answer it.
Listen,
what you mean?
I have experienced sex with an Asian person, but it wasn't like anything freaky like that I see on Pornhub. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to Pornhub.
Right. Shout out to Pornhub.
They can sponsor.
They can sponsor this video. Right. I mean, this.
I need a T-shirt.
I don't know if I'm walking around with a T-shirt.
I need a T-shirt. I would do
Pornhub and chill.
I can see you walking around.
I could do a
no,
T-shirt.
That ain't even no chilling. It's like, hey, you know what's going down. But I mean, even just watching it on Pornhub, and I'm not embarrassed or anything to say that I will look sometimes for Asian porn, but not even about like the size of the penis, because we all know that they tend to be a little bit smaller.
10 too, but not always.
Oh, that's your
10, but not always.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take 100 guys.
So that's your assessment.
You take 100 guys.
You've had a survey. You've seen
every Asian man that I.
Well, why you want us to try to put something? Because if I say I know the answer to that, then I'm in trouble again. I can't know the answer to anything. Well, dang.
He wants. Okay,
I know the answer.
He wants to call out. Actually, we can't even say the name because it's bad, disrespectful.
We don't have to call out any
I ain't
individuals.
calling nobody out. I'm just saying you've made an assessment. You've seen enough Asian.
I don't want to call it weird, because everybody has their fetishes. Like, you have people who have foot fetishes and everything else. But I feel like a lot of times, more so than not, when I'm watching Asian porn, their stuff is like, oh, watch this person get violated on a public bus, and she's literally getting fucked on a bus, and there's a whole bunch of people around her on the bus acting like they don't see them fucking on the bus.
Yep.
Or it'll be like,
oh shit,
we're in the office, and we're gonna just act like it's mad cool and regular that I'm just walking up to this woman and fucking her at her desk while her coworkers continue to work and don't like. It's like that type of stuff.
Wow, they're taking this storyline to a whole new level. I mean, you have those. You got to have a great pilot. You got to have a great storyline, and then you delivery man, pizza man, all that, postman, whoever's delivering whatever.
Yeah.
And this is a whole new
It's new because it's what they're doing is dream fetishes.
Okay.
Like when you have a dream fantasy, not reality. American porn this is going to happen,
and does happen.
How it's going to
and does happen.
Because it's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have a delivery guy. You can't tip
the
him.
Small ass shorts.
Yeah, exactly. Small shorts for no reason. The car is still running the whole time. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Company paying for that gas.
Paying for the gas.
But the storylines I don't never understand, like in American porn, is like, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, holy crap! American porn is when they make unrealistic actions. Oh, I don't have my money to pay my rent, landlord. So let's go ahead and have sex.
Makes sense to me.
And you're gonna let me stay in my apartment.
Very rational.
I mean, maybe some people do that type of stuff.
You're right. No, it's very cool to check out. So obviously we're talking about Asian porn or Asian culture, and they want to experience it in their real lives, but they can't. So they make this false reality where they're able to enjoy it, but nobody else really notices. That way they're not embarrassed by it because they just act like it's not even happening.
But then why do they blur it out?
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed they blur out the bits of the
Yeah, well, if it comes from, if the actual Japanese people in it are shooting in Japan, then you have to blur out physical parts.
Oh.
If it's Japanese people and they're shooting in America, then you can show it. Or in other countries, but if you're shooting it in Japan, it's actually not allowed. It's actually blurred out.
How you know all this?
Dang it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, listen. Okay, let's
He's
just
a rando,
say,
remember.
Let's just say I'm gonna change my name officially. It's not just G. It's OG.
Just
OG. Because y'all be wondering how I got all these gems. Because I'm an OG. All right.
Okay.
OG. But yes, it's common that Asian penises are smaller than across the world. That's a fact. Because even so, the condom manufacturers in Asia make all their uniform sizes smaller to fit the Asian community more often. Now, they still make Magnum over there, so you still got Asians. But in common, their average size, I think, is like 4 something inches or something like that.
And that's average.
And ours is like 5.5 in America. So only an inch and a half difference for a regular condom?
I feel like they should have.
Why do I know that? Yes, there are documentaries. Read a book.
Read a book.
Watch a movie.
Yes, exactly.
Watch porn.
According to Will, Pornhub and chill.
Pornhub and chill. You should experience it with your mate or something like that. Wow.
Got you. So I just wanted to bring this up. I kind of like saw, like, people were talking about it in social media. Right, but
social media.
I was like, why do you say it like
that?
that?
Everybody says social media. Like, just say
like that.
Just say social. Like, I already went over this. She's like, I like saying social media. I'm like, okay, www.whatever.com. Go ahead, say the whole thing.
The web.
The web. Why don't you just say HTTPS?
Right.
:// like, the whole thing. All right, sorry, go ahead.
So what I was trying to say was, maybe this goes to the OG. So Meek Mill said that, or he tweeted that the older he gets, the freakier he feels like he's getting. I just wanted to touch on that. Is that really a thing? Just because you're older and you're more experienced, that makes you more freaky? Because people have their own taste. You know what I'm saying?
T from Tennessee wants to hit this up before
the
OG drops the bombs. Before the OG drops the bombs of wisdom. T from Tennessee.
Shoot your shot.
I mean, I was just gonna.
Shoot it. That's all right there.
Hopefully she's not listening. I mean, I have 3 sisters, but 2 older sisters, and I feel like I'm not gonna say which one, but one of my older sisters, the older she gets, we have like a little sister group chat. She keeps sending more and more freakier shit, and I'm like, oh, so you gonna be the old freaky lady? So I think it's a thing. Like, I think like the older you get, you just done had all this sex or whatever over your younghood, but you just be sometimes thinking back, like, low key, like, it's almost like how you have that uncle when you're younger and you're like, oh my God, he's that touchy uncle, or he go these pervy.
Yeah,
well, not touching me. Don't say it like that. Wait a minute now.
I ain't saying.
What was that movie? Red something from Brooklyn?
I'm just saying.
What was that movie? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mean it like that. I meant like, old perv. Like, you start looking at older men like, oh, he's a perv, because he be like, you looking good in them jeans. It's almost like, because I'm not saying like you're, as a man, that his sex drive will start to like slow down or whatever, but his libido is still good. I don't know. Come on, OG. Like, maybe I'm not sounding like.
Should the OG drop it? Yeah. Should I drop it? Should I just let them fumble around?
You can drop what you think is knowledge. Yes.
Yo, okay. Say it like this. Look, it's like when you're in kindergarten, you think you know a lot, right? You go in kindergarten, but you really don't know a lot. You go in high school, you're like, okay, I'm in high school. Right. You don't know as much as a college kid. What you gonna do? Even with your dreams and hopes, like, what do you know how to do? You know what I'm saying? You come out into the workforce, you get your own place, your own, like, you know a lot more. So, yeah, it's only natural that the older you get, you're going to retain more knowledge and more information, and you're going to learn how to deal with situations differently. When you first introduce to sex, are you going to be having anal sex and, handcuff and all different kinds of lubes and different kinds of positions? No. You're going to try to have sex with somebody that you never had sex with before and try not to die. Like, your first goal is not to get AIDS. That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying?
And not die.
And then later, you only do certain things for people that you really, 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 really care about and invest because you have such value over top of what you're doing. By the time you've grown up, it's like, yo, you saw the last OG?
Yeah, I seen the.
Yo, you saw the stripper he was with?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, do you mind if oh, my bad, did I get the wrong holes? She's like, oh, all the holes are the same, it's all good. Dude, when you've been around the block, sex is just another form of expression, and we know how to use all the crayons when you're older. We're not scared of any different color. We know what we're doing. We're familiar with all the different crayons and how to use them.
So you become freakier because you're just more confident.
It's not freakier to us. It's not freakier to us. It's freakier to y'all, because y'all have never heard a lot of this stuff before.
Right.
We peed on people before, okay?
Whoa.
We've had sex with girls on periods before. We've done all this, so it's not new to us. So it's not really freaky to us. It's just regular sex. We got our little bag kit that we truck around and you know what I'm saying?
Sex bag.
It got a chain, got swords in that bitch.
That's like, but to us it's just like my toolkit. Like, I thought, but you go to a youngin' and they're like, well, what the hell? Well, what is going on here?
And they're like, so peeing on people?
What's that?
You be peeing on people?
Listen,
I see how you
homie got the chef.
You can write on a list and you're gonna see Yo, I've quacked on people. Like, what? I pride myself on trying everything at least once, twice, or 3 times.
Okay. Like, be like,
I tried a lot.
You know how you want to try something and you don't know if she's gonna go for it, but you like
get an OG because then they already have been doing it.
Act to this if I approach it.
But I feel like if it's your girlfriend or guy friend, like Glenn said, like you can just have those conversations like, hey, and maybe like if you feel like she's, I won't use the word prude, but like if you feel like she's maybe a little shy, then slowly ease into it and be like, so what's the freakiest thing you've ever done? And
missionary.
Shut up.
She's not ready.
Stop doing that.
It's like trying to feed a teenager like a fine wine. They have no idea. How you going to explain that to them? So this wine comes from such and such, and these grapes are this, and whatever. Like, even if you told them and sat there and gave them the book and everything, they still not gonna understand. They just want that Moscato.
Like, I mean, just like, you know, easing her into it to be like, hey, so do you like it when I play with your butt? Maybe next time I'm gonna just slip my thumb in a little bit and see if you like that. And then if she starts liking that, then the next time you'd be like, so I noticed that, you know, you kind of like when I stick my finger back there inside of your butt. Maybe we can try me doing anal on you this time. And, you know, just go a little slow. And if you don't like it, we can stop.
I don't know how we're going to segue out of this.
This is progressive right here.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, but anyway, that goes to the answer. Yeah. That's why older people seem freakier because they're more experienced and they got a lot that if you introduce to somebody else, they're going to be like, oh, this is freaky. Mm-hmm. But they're just experienced. To them, they're just experienced in life. But, yeah, to warm up somebody new to the game, that's interesting. That's interesting and fresh. That's the first time trying lots of different things. So then you got that excitement of what's going to happen. And, you know, is it going to go horribly wrong? Is it going to be horribly great? Like, if she responds well, is this marriage material? Do I just marry this chick right now that she, yo, I stuck in all the holes. I'm marrying this girl. Like, it's done.
Wait, is that a thing?
She did not complain.
Yeah, but if she,
yes,
right.
No, I mean, like, you feel like
if the head is good, yeah.
No, I mean, but like, that's a.
He's just good. He's like, just good with good head. I will engage that chick.
I'm a buy you a ring. What you need for Christmas? I got you.
But as an OG, that's not even enough anymore.
That's not
enough. You need that heavy crack now.
Okay.
The little bit of weed that you was smoking before. That's talking about like young sex. That's even not enough. Now you like. You need everything. You need the heroin stick. Damn. You need the crack can. And even then, you're just like, all right, I'm good for today, but tomorrow. That's just some people. That just might be. That just might be me and Eric Benet and Kevin Hart and like all these other Me Too guys. All these other Me Too guys is like, well, that was amazing. Okay, but it's only the afternoon. Where's my evening?
Wait, so what platform he posted that on? Twitter.
On Twitter, you know, he was just thinking about stuff, and then because I think on his album he was just like talking about a lot of whole, like, you know, he was trying to be mature and stuff like that, but he also had like some ratchet songs where it got a little freaky in there, some things he was saying, so people were like, yo, like, Meek, like, where's this coming from, all that. But it might be because he was in prison and jail, he thought about all this shit. And shit, that's what?
Yeah.
Unspoken rules right there.
You see my face, I'm like,
how old is he? I don't know. I mean, he probably was locked up and was like, damn, I ain't getting none. So, you know, when I get out,
he's gonna have all these.
I was going the other route. I was like, or he was in there experimenting and then was like,
that's possible too. That's definitely possible.
Meek, please don't come for me. I don't have any enemies. I don't want to get any.
I got a segue. So, you know, we were talking about earlier Jay-Z's verse that he dropped on Meek and comparing early Jay-Z to current Jay-Z. And like, yes, people change. People be talking about dumb stuff or simple stuff when they're younger, and when they get older, like, where did all this complexity come from? Excuse me? Dude, he literally was like, yo, the faces of the black community. Like, I was like, and that's how he started the verse, like, right?
That was
and before, he was like, yo, me and my bitch, like, you know, here's the car, like, let's go out to brunch. Like, his mind was so, like, narrowly focused, but that's just life. Like, everybody's gonna, well, you hope that some people grow. Even Cardi B, from wilding out every day on Instagram to now, like, listen, you know, I don't want y'all to talk about my baby father and dressing up. What happened to
why
dress
you
down
gotta say father out? Like that?
Father. Y'all from BK. That's how we said father. My baby father. You know, like, I don't need y'all bashing him.
Y'all New York.
I don't need y'all
switching out your teeth.
I don't need y'all bashing my baby father. I don't need y'all to talk about him because at the end of the day,
why your lips look like?
At the end of the day, yo, my lips is back here. At the end of the day, you know that's still my daughter's father.
I can't deal with you right now.
Yo, what happened to Crazy? What happened to throw a shoe at you, Cardi? What happened to throw a shoe, Cardi?
Nah, she's still there. She's still there.
She got that in her.
She got that knot, and it's like she's like, well, you know, time and place.
Right.
Time and place
but
for
see,
everything.
She got the knot from the security guard. It wasn't even from Nicki.
It's not the knot from the security guard. The knot is from starting beef with people for no reason, and you don't think they're surrounded by security. She could have got tased. Right. She should just tase her on the ground.
But the thing is that Nicki,
what you doing? You no thought process.
Yeah, but people say that Nicki's lucky because if it was just her and Cardi, it'd have been going down, and Cardi had her way. Throw that shoe in her.
I think Cardi is a lot taller than Nicki.
I've seen Cardi fight, like back in her street days. Right? Yes, they have videos online when she was fighting in New York, on the streets of New York. Like she ain't afraid. She's not afraid.
Oh, she's not.
She's an on-site person. Like
on-site.
Somebody say on-site.
Can you explain to us what on-site means? On-site. It could be different.
All right. On-site means that. If we've reached a point where we're on site, there's no more talking. Literally, the next time I see you, we can be in church's chicken. Mm-hmm. We can be in church. If I see you, it's going down. No conversations. I'm just coming for you, period.
On-site.
That's it.
You ever been in an on-site situation?
Oh, man.
Where you saw somebody and like on-site?
On-site.
I'm not talking about it because I'm an OG, so I have a lot of experience with this. I can't say anything.
Y'all be fighting?
I think I still may be on parole, so I just gotta check. I gotta check.
Let me see. You got that Tim's on? You ready for anything?
You made me take the Tim's off and rock the Vans today.
Now you gotta keep it clean.
Glenn be like, Glenn,
just G.
OG. My bad. OG being here like, I'm a New York dude, but I have LA ways. Let me rock out my Vans and my collared shirt today.
Yo, okay. But I've definitely done it on site like a couple times.
For real?
Straight up on sites. Yo, I had somebody talking about me. And word was getting through the grapevine, and I hate when I hear people talking in the back. Like even to this day, I have to tell them like, "You're not in Brooklyn. You're not in the Hole." Even when I was in Jersey, I was in a spot called the Hole because nobody got out of the hole. It's like once you went there, like that's just your life. You never got out. So I've done some on sites when they pull up. I see them pull up. I straight go at them.
Oh wow!
Like I pulled somebody out of their vehicle.
Oh shit!
Getting out of
I literally have not.
You beat them like they stole something. Hey.
It got into a whole thing, altercations, and at the end of the day, end up behind bars temporarily, and just like, and they put you on parole for like a year, like you can't get in any trouble, something like that. So I was like, dude, it's got me out here wilding.
Right, but that's not on your record forever, right? Because that's not what.
As long as you don't break parole, Meek.
Right, don't break that parole.
When Meek was out here breaking, and they have any reason to break parole, but it just depends. Like you can't just wild out on people. There's consequences to that. But for real, I'm like, yo, what is it? $300 ticket? I'll do it.
That's it.
What is it, like 30 days in jail? I'll do it. Like, what's good? You're talking to the wrong one.
What's it like, though?
This other dude I walked on, and I straight smashed on the floor, left in there, and walked away, and nobody said nothing. It was all good. So, yeah, that's how give it up for Cardi B on site. On site happens. It's a reality. But beef has to come to a head.
Right.
This is your Brooklyn days.
The beef has to come to a head.
So, based on what beef you're talking about, I know this is old, but now that Drake and Meek are done with the beef, people are like, all right, so now let's really get into it. Like, who is really a better rapper or has a better career? Because Meek would have had a better career if he wasn't in jail, in and out.
Are you assuming that, or you just?
That's the argument that people.
Is this the argument that we're supposed to talk about? Is one of the topics? Meek, Drake.
I mean, that's where we are right now.
This is the problem, though. Meek is a better rapper. However, if you're talking about artists and what you're doing, Drake is much more intelligent at how to come up with $1 billion and come up with money to make it as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Your goal is not to just like, as an artist, you can be a model, you can look a certain way, you can be a sex symbol, you can be rough, you can be hard like DMX, you can have flow like Kendrick, you can have intelligence.
DMX ain't got no contract with nobody.
Dude, yeah, but you can do a lot of things as an artist, and depending on the combination that you use, You can be an extremely successful artist. You might have to say, I might have to do pop rap, as they call it, that Drake does. Right. I might have to have other ghostwriters write for me so I can put out more content more quickly to keep that pulse. There's a lot of decisions you can make. If you're just going to say, well, I just want to be a real good rapper, then fine, but you might not have no career. You got to think about yourself as an artist and a complete artist. People ain't doing Meek is one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? So he's not out here doing all the other things that he's supposed to be doing as an artist. You just want to be a rapper, pen and pad, then okay, fine. You're a better rapper. Now go back in your closet and finish, with your album out of prison or something like that. You're not Drake. Drake can get on everybody's stuff. He can rap across the board, and he apparently doesn't mind. He don't mind doing soft stuff, doing slow stuff, doing hard stuff. Like he doesn't mind if somebody else does the beat or if even somebody else writes for him. He's good. And that's a good decision-making process.
Gotcha.
Gotta give it up for Drake and Nicki getting $70 million. Crazy.
That's crazy.
They get money.
They built a whole empire. So imagine
that's like Remy. Remy's a better rapper than than Nicki, but she hasn't got the formula to make a lot of money out of it because Nicki's got a better formula. You know what I'm saying? So you got to work. You got to decide what you want to do. You want to be a better rapper. Or you want to make more money.
That's true. I can agree with that. Because,
or you want to make more money and a rap.
Yeah, it's almost like, and I don't want to call it tap dancing or whatever, but in a way, it's like, do you want to tap dance for this money? Go be in that AT&T commercial and get your coin, or you want to act like you can only do street stuff?
Yeah, exactly. It's an adult decision.
So,
yeah.
And then people call Drake, pussy and all that. He's not really about that life. And when he's out here talking about that body hard shit and I'll body you, all that's fake music. And that's not really what's happening. I mean, a lot of these youngins, there's Lolos out here talking like they're really about that life, but not really unless you're Chief Keef, maybe.
To Drake's defense, though, I feel like, so when you think about how old he was when he shot Degrassi, and then when he started to think, I want to be a rapper or whatever, he started hanging out with Lil Wayne and all his crew and all of that. He probably did, in his mind, he probably honestly believes that he could, do some on-site stuff and show up. And when it happens, he might just be crying in the corner clutched. I don't know. But because you're hanging around all these dudes who have grown up, like G was saying, in the hood, and that's their life, and that's what all they know, then he's probably like, I'm hanging with all these goons. They got goons. This is what they do. I'm ready to go. And his whole career has been hanging around those types of dudes. So in his mind, he's one of them dudes, right. Even though he didn't have that lifestyle growing up.
Yeah, I honestly, as one of them dudes actually was in the street, actually running the block. I have no problem. I have no problem with people saying that that's what they do, but not actually doing it. Because honestly, this whole music thing is to get up out of that situation, even if you have to fake your way in it to do something with your life. I don't mind. Whatever you got to do to get ahead. I don't knock Drake or any commercial ass rapper or Cardi B for doing what they do or acting like they say what they say or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, it's a job opportunity. At the end of the day, it's a career opportunity at the end of the day. So you don't have to sit in somebody's office and chill. You can actually go out and create and write lyrics all day and act like you this and act like you that. Actors do it all the time. Do they get grief?
That's their profession though.
That's it. Actors. Yeah. Well, that's your profession as a what is it? What is it? Is a rap what? Rap artist. You're artist, gotcha. Not rap realist. Okay.
Well, you got a couple of rap realists.
Not a rap realist.
Really talk what they really about, like Tekashi, and now he's in.
Tekashi, excellent.
Let's not even get on him. I can't. That little. I don't want to call him.
Rainbow.
It ain't even about his look. It's his whole steez. You're talking about somebody who knowingly recorded a 12, 13-year-old girl naked in her apartment with 3 of his buddies, and you acting like that's an okay move, and then being like, but we didn't rape her. We nobody had sex with her, but you were seen with her naked, sitting on your lap. You touched on her body, videoing her, talking about, the way she approached me, she sounded like she might have been older than me, like she was 18.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel you. That sounds like somebody who's thriving off of the privilege of saying that they're a rapper and taking advantage of certain situations.
Or trying to get away from the situation.
Yeah, and it's key to what G was just saying about the persona. His whole thing, and he's in court talking about, I was just trying to live up to what a rapper is supposed to be.
Yeah. Right.
Rappers go around molesting 12-year-old girls?
Not Kendrick.
So you say there's rules to this game. Like, you can't just come out here and,
like, I agree. There's something with I was saying there's something positive to people. I don't mind people doing a rap persona.
Okay.
But yes, there are negative things that come out of that when you don't earn the life and you try to act like you're living the life, like the fakeness of it. You can be inauthentic by how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's true. Like, even the hardest dudes, death row, they wasn't out here raping girls. Girls was begging to line up because if you're a true G, you got shorties line up around the block. You had to beat them off of you. You can't even get off the... DMX couldn't even get off stage for having girls trying to go down on him. Like, he couldn't even get off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Girls would come on the stage, like, literally. So that's the real OG. But if you don't have that and you haven't learned that finesse and how to speak to people and how to get people to like you, as you know, that's why I said it's one of my skills. But you got to learn that little one by one, client by client. If you don't learn that client by client, then you have no idea. So you live in this fake persona of a rapper and not understanding how they got all the cred that they have.
Yeah, but then, and
you start out here wilding, shooting 13, like, wilding out. Like, for what? You making, what I
was gonna say with the persona is like, yeah, you can have that persona and stuff, but you are telling the little kids and people that are listening, your audience, lifestyle that you're really not about, and they think you're about that life, so they look up to you. Which, I don't know, like, if you're a rapper, you should know, like, you have a higher stance and people look up to you. So whatever you're saying has to be, like, controlled.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with that.
A lot of people say that
the responsibility of becoming popular or becoming successful,
right, it comes with responsibilities.
But I feel like also too that a lot of times people, like, we're in the day and age now where people do exposing. So they're like, oh, okay, you about that life? Well, we gonna run up on you. And then you have folks that are, like, literally, like, for real street dudes running up on you, and they videotaping like, oh, we thought you was hard, we thought you was out here gangbanging, you thought like, he had, I think, claimed to be a part of a gang, but then in court you're like, oh, I don't do that, I'm not a gangbanger. Exactly. But then you got on your one of your songs talking about all we do is kill, let's kill. But you're like, no, I don't do those types of activities.
Yep.
What?
My lawyer told me to say that.
And obviously to this day, rap music and hip hop is still trying to figure out what is happening. Like, are we street or are we getting money? Are we getting bags, or are we really coming up with, like, independent thought and writing, or are we just paying people to write so we can get more money, or are we like, it's even to this day it's still a question. Nobody knows.
But
it's
that's
a little
why
bit of both.
I feel like if you look at the people who have made it super far, and I mean, like, that will be long lasting, like the Snoops, like the Jay-Z's, like
Ice Cube,
like all Diddy. Of their place of rap comes from a place of authenticity. Like Kendrick, he not like, yes, he, no, I won't say he grew up in the hood, but he grew up in the streets, and he's like, but I'm also out here speaking my truth about, what my blackness is, and making sure that, I'm getting that message across. Like you mentioned earlier, J. Cole ain't out here like, let's go shoot up some people, like, and he's a really successful All-Star rapper.
Games and chilling. Trying to be a positive role model, giving back to the community because he's earned it, so he knows the value. But
but now it's like this with digital platforms, people are trying to make money as fast as possible. So it's even the authenticity. How do you say that word?
Authenticity
on the authenticity on the side, because they're like trying to make a quick buck,
and they don't last.
True, they don't last. Soulja Boy,
but they still get a little bit.
I mean, but has anybody said his name lately? I mean, like, when I say they don't last, I mean, like, lifelong. Like, Jay-Z has had a how many year career?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Ice Cube, he was like, oh yeah, and I'm about to make these beats, and I'm about to sell it for $1 billion, and I'm about to make some movies, and
So what do you think about?
My bad, I'm mixing him up with Dre, but you get what I'm saying.
What do you think about people not being those top artists and just coming out to get, like, more than a McDonald's check? Do you think there's space for them? Like, I'm not gonna be Jay-Z, but I'm gonna be Tekashi.
Right. Why you use him as an example?
I'm gonna get something.
And those are the people I'm talking about that are trying to make a quick buck.
Better than my mom's house. Hey, I got on the radio. I did something.
Some people, I feel like, they're not necessarily out to make a quick buck. Like, they really are trying to make it, but they just sometimes their career may not span that far, like how you were talking about, like the Soulja Boy people. Like you have Boosie Badass. So he's a really good rapper. People in the South love him. Everybody knows his daughter. That's right, niggas. I told y'all. Like everyone's seen her go viral when her dad's getting out of jail. However, his career, and I'm not trying to like forecast any bad ill will on him, but his career is not on the level of like the greats right now, because like you said, if you want to come out and you want to be a really good rapper and you want to hopefully strive to be a Jay-Z or strive to be a Dre or whatever, but then you can't let go of that lifestyle of, like you said, being from whatever hood you're from and trying to get like away from that and actually progress and move forward, then you're going to keep on getting locked up, Meek. You're going to keep on getting locked up.
Wow,
you're gonna,
Meek is a reference.
I'm just saying, like, you're going to keep struggling and wondering why you're not running in those circles. Jim Jones is a perfect example of someone who is well-known in the industry, has probably worked with a ton of greats, but his career is not mainstream.
Even Rick Ross, I think, said that in that album, Freedom album with Meek and Jay. He's like, I've been around for 10 years, but I'm still like nobody's favorite rapper.
Right? I mean, that happens.
I'm like, but you've never changed and adjusted. You've never.
But there's still a place for them because people still love their music. But you're just not.
There's a place. There's a place. You could be a B, C, D rapper. There's a place for everybody.
Look, I learned there was a place when that girl, Baddie Bad, whatever her name, Baddie.
Oh my gosh. Cash Me Out?
Yes.
Cash Me
Out. And you're like, wow, there is a place for everybody. But you know what? I think that, hip hop has been when you go and you make it worldwide and you make it big, eventually you're going to be a full service genre. And you're going to be able to have room for cornies and cornballs and fakes and reels. And, you're going to have a big, diverse mix since you wanted it to be worldwide, which is what everybody in the black community said. They wanted hip-hop to be worldwide. So now it's really worldwide.
Right.
You got all kinds of stuff. And that's just reality, because the whole point was, why should it be weird that we have a white rapper who's, 16 years old and a girl and she's fake? Why should that be weird? Everybody should be able to do rap. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's weird. I think that it's uncomfortable when you think that you need to change your persona to look like a black rapper in order to make it. Like, you didn't see Eminem growing dreads and then decide, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get some cornrows and be like, let me be out here like Lil Wayne and rap with my dreads and my goatee. No, he was still a white dude from the hood who made it out and was like, I can rap.
Right. Do you think that hip-hop periodically censors itself by not allowing those people to be the greats? Because I feel like the hip hop audience is responsible for monitoring. Make sure it don't go too crazy, or at least if it goes crazy, that they don't get notoriety. Right. You think hip hop is good? I mean, I know with Cardi B, hip hop was a little surprised that we let that through. Yeah, but I think for the most part, we are kind of keeping tabs on people and keeping tabs on.
Why are you going so hard on Cardi B?
Because you're always gonna have.
Is she gonna come for me?
Because you're always gonna have those hardcore like.
I'm on site too, so I'm just saying that.
He got the 10s.
Mama. I'm on site too.
But I just feel like with the hip hop, there's always gonna be like the hardcore
checks and balances.
Yeah, the hardcore hip hop like listeners that are looking for the actual art and
so OG
different. But then you also have the younger people that also want to hear like real hip hop, because they grew up with their parents and pops is like, this is what real hip hop is, and don't let that blah blah blah. So I mean,
I haven't heard a lot of that. There's not a lot of young people going to the 70s.
I mean, you have like very young artists that also spit real bars, like Nick Grant, and like there's certain people that like have those influences, like, and it'll be like, oh yeah, I listen to Nas, I listen to those people, but there is space for them. They're just not evolving as big as you expect them to, because you have these fake rappers, like I was saying earlier, taking that space, and that's what people want, like instant gratification. Instant gratification. That's what y'all want.
The problem is
nobody's waiting to see somebody grow and progress from the bottom to the top.
But and that's a good point and a good segue too, because I feel like it's not that the hip hop community can censor it anymore. Like, they can try, but with technology and YouTube and Instagram and all that, and not even millennials, I'm not even counting us. I'm saying Gen Zers have so much spending power. They know what they want. Like all these young kids that are like in high school now, and they love the Lil Pumps, the Tekashis, the City Girls.
That's their role models for the time.
That's their hip hop. Mm-hmm. So you can only censor so much as an OG in the hip hop industry because it's like you eventually gonna die, and this is gonna be our reality of what hip hop is. It's almost like when you start a sorority and then you leave college and now they're doing, having other lines coming across and you're like, but you didn't do it right. You're supposed to do this. Well, you gone. So this is how we doing it now.
Right. Well, there's one thing that always gets at even full new generations of people in community, and we do this in the African American community a lot. There's this movie where everybody's wilding out in the movie, and at the end of the movie, she rings the bell at the family reunion. It might be Medina's family reunion, and everybody goes to the they truck out the great grandma, and she spits knowledge for like a little bit, and everybody's dead silent. So I think as an elder in a hip hop community, as an OG, you have more impact than you think. Kids is looking up to you, and before you die, whatever you say, it's going to impact them, and that's all you need. I mean, your job is not to change people's minds immediately, but to install that foundation of what hip-hop is. Hip-hop is artistry. It's lyricism, you and a pen and a pad in your imagination in a room with the door closed and little light, and you write and write until you fill that paper up to the beat that you like over and over again. That's hip-hop. Do that.
But I
Go in the forest, play with sticks. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Be real. And as long as we keep teaching young dudes this, they eventually going to, just like the dude I brought over the other day, he's like, I don't freestyle, whatever. But I told him, look, take your pen and the pad, take this one beat, and when you finish the pad, then you can come out and don't ask for anything else. Like, I'm just saying, like, they are listening. They're trying to listen. Mm-hmm. Not all the time, but your kids don't always listen to you, but you got to have an impact with them.
I mean, what you tell them and what they see could be two different things. So it's like, what are they gonna listen to you, or to listen to their friends and listen to what's really happening?
You have more impact. It's like parents. Parents have more impact on the kids than anybody that the kids are ever going to interact with.
But at the end of the day, I feel like money is a driver too. Like, not for like the OGs like Jay-Z and Nas and all them, but you do see a lot of rappers who, like you said, tap dance or whatever, and be like, I know this kid can't rap for shit, he a mumble rapper, but he the hottest thing out right now that the kids love, so I'ma do a song with him because that also is gonna hype up my shit. Because now, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, because they're the person that's like the OG in the situation, but they're capitalizing on the fact that the kids like this rapper, even if in their mind they're like, this shit is whack. I can't even understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like at a bar, dude, I don't care what you got in the bar. You still got to serve Bud Light. You still got to serve Heineken and shit. Like, no matter what, I don't care what kind of bourbon, fancy, whatever. But the thing is that at a bar, you still always got the eclectic. You still got everything.
You know I love how Glenn is adding ASMR to our podcast by chewing that gum. So gross.
I'm gonna be chewing some 10-teen Sub-Zero serious cold right now.
Can I have a piece? No, I'm just joking. Oh God! Okay, no. Please, don't click off. It's like.
Will, are you wet when you do that? When you go down, or do
dudes get
dry?
wet?
No, when you go down on a girl, do you go down sloppy wet, or is it like dry and concentrated?
It depends on the girl. It depends on the girl and how she like it. You know what I'm saying? You learn and you're like,
I can't concentrate the way you're saying.
Oh, ew.
Please stop.
And I know she don't like that. Whoever that is don't like that.
No, okay. This is
Jill Scott out here.
Right? Yo, I purposely didn't listen to a long walk because I was like, I could just.
What was she even doing? Like, how did it?
She was showing. She did a show, and she has the mic, and she's like, mic's on the stand. She's legit showing how to give the proper head on the mic as she sings.
I'm taking out my cell phone now.
She even shows herself having him ejaculate on her face, and then she wipes the pretend semen off her face and licks it, and it's like.
Yeah, but it's Jill Scott. That's predictable, though.
But people were surprised because the younger Jill Scott fans, who aren't really like real for real Jill Scott fans, like, oh my gosh, she's more freaky than I thought. And then you got the old school, like, no, Jill always been freaky. Like, what are you talking about? But low key, I was watching the video trying to get some damn pointers. I'm like, okay, and then you do what?
So just out here dropping comments. I would just say this. This is the only comment I'm gonna make on this. Now I'm leaving this mic alone. Y'all can have a 5 minute straight. The girls who are like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I just want to check. I just want to make sure. Usually are amazing. Usually are amazing because they actually care enough to actually figure out if what they're doing is good or not good.
So you're saying the other ones open to try things.
The ones who are like, I just want to know, like, how do you think I did or whatever. Like, those are the ones who always did really, really good.
Okay.
That's
are you just saying that because she did it and then she asked you for your opinion and you don't want it to feel bad, so you're like, you did all right.
No, because I feel like people who don't do it well know that they don't do it well and don't ask your opinion.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know you don't do it well?
Because you didn't swallow it all the way. Because you said your jaw hurt. You know, like because you know what I'm saying. Because he didn't have an orgasm. Like those are your clues. Right. Oral sex is not hard. Did the guy come in your throat? If he came in your throat, it was amazing. If not, this sucked. It's simple.
So basically, it's about if you want to swallow and come out. Okay.
Well,
I mean, I got two guys in here. Neither one of y'all got
if you don't have an orgasm, then what's the point? I don't understand.
But some girls would say that they don't want you to have an orgasm because they want you to have sex with them.
Oh, well, that's interesting too.
So
that just means half head.
So it's a little half
to get you up, and then they're like, all right.
But some dudes kind of, you kind of selfish sometimes. You're like, all right, listen, I would like
good head, not half-ass head, where it's on a time limit. Nigga, I'll tell you when I'm done.
Right.
What Lil Kim say? Oh, Lil Kim, please come back and do another album.
I know.
Please.
Wait, but I know y'all ain't trying to say I'll tell you, but meanwhile y'all want to spend 2 minutes down there like, okay, I'm done. I'm coming up there. I'm ready for like, no, nigga, get back down there. I'm not ready.
So equal opportunity. Everybody, listen, for everybody out there, all the couples, all the single people, equal rights. If you are out there doing something and pleasing somebody, do not stop pleasing them until they tell you to stop. Until they move you. Don't stop sucking until they move you, girl. That's what Lil Kim said.
Fact.
Why are you making up your own time limit? What is this?
Where that come from?
What is this? What is this? What is what?
What is this? Who are they?
Making up your time. Oh, I'm done. No, excuse me. You ain't done till I say you're done.
This girl posted on Instagram. She's like a well-known plus size model. By the way, I have the word plus size, curvy model. And
what's wrong, plus size?
She was like, if yo dude don't eat you before y'all have sex, throw the whole man away. Period.
Wow. Before y'all have sex, if he don't,
if he's like, oh, I don't eat gooch. Oh, really? Okay.
I'll let Will take that.
But people say, I mean, I heard. I don't want to say offend nobody, disclaimer, but I heard like Jamaicans don't like to, they be talking all that crazy Jamaican men.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was surprised because they're like boom, 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 boom.
As far as Jamaican men don't,
when the sound effect.
You're saying like Jamaican men don't
go down and eat cooch. They like nah.
Yeah. You know why that is?
And I'm like, what? But y'all the ones that like jumping from the fucking ceiling and why don't you? Because you're like.
You know, a lot of Jamaican men think like DJ Khaled. Really? I'm the king. I'm the boss. I'm the what a guy man.
What?
Me a big lion. Me the lion. Me the lion. Me not the pussycat man. But everything for me, man. Me I come home. You cook. Right? Where the pot? So just like, that's how they feel. So it's servitude. That's why. Okay. And some Caribbean places have this servitude attitude about it. Right. And DJ Khaled, Indian, like
I don't
some
want to
people
limit it to just Jamaicans, but there's men and
there's some Indian men, there's some Chinese men, some Asian men. Like some communities feel like that's beneath them. And that's why they don't do it. Wow. Not because they don't like it, just because it's beneath them.
Times have changed. You got to let them know that.
I feel it's good because it gives me more for us. Like I can't more for us, real dudes.
Man, that's really selfish.
Yeah, some people. It's like I'm the king of the castle, and if I serve you, that means I'm not the king of the castle. Therefore, I can't serve you for political reasons.
All right, that's that.
Note to self: I can't date nobody that does that.
Yeah. No, who's like has that, some people just got this complex like I'm the king, I'm the lion, that's what I am, and why do I need to serve you? I can't even do it one time. I don't understand the concept of that. You're here to serve me. I'm the head. I'm the head of the household. Serve me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's
I never believed that. I'm from BK. We do all kinds of things.
No, we know you do all kinds of
things. He put his foot, somewhere else.
Hey, glove that foot up. Right. Lube it up. It's gonna fit in anything.
Wait, what?
That's right. You ever put your foot in there?
Your foot? I've never heard that before.
You can't say listen, for all y'all that's out here saying never, please go to google.com.
Wait, that's a real thing?
The never will stop. The never will stop. Just go to Google. Read a book. What happened to Barnes and Nobles? Dang.
Search foot fetish.
No. Foot fetish, yes, but like you put a foot in.
The first thing you need to do if you're interested in exploring your sexuality is to research the Kama Sutra.
She like, your dick not enough. I need more. And you're like, I will.
No. Look, you get the. I'm not even gonna OG. You tell it, Will. I gotta do it. Kama Sutra. Look up the Kama Sutra. It talks all about all the adventures of sex before you become a king. So before you become a king, you need to be knowledgeable on a lot of different things. So they train you by putting you up with a bunch of prostitutes, basically, to teach you everything about sex. And that's part of the journey of the Kama Sutra. Then you know everything, not just about the world because you've been educated by your little, private educators and stuff like that. But now you can go ahead and know this too. And then you can go out and you can be king of the land. But you can't be king if you don't know everything. So they actually bring people to teach you all the different positions so you're not surprised by anything.
How do you feel if like your partner or somebody you're trying to hook up wants to be all dominatrix with equipments and all that? You are down. You would like to get whooped.
It's happening tonight.
You like to get whooped.
I like.
That's not the only
listen.
Thing,
well, you'll find out what you like.
There's pleasure, pain, and pain, fam.
The question is,
I'm not trying to be out here like in pain.
No, but
why not?
There's more.
How you know?
Like,
you might like. Listen, dude. You don't know anything.
There's a pleasure
till you try it. You might like it.
There's a difference between pleasure, pain, and pain.
Let's stop even the imaginary thing. Because if I put a bomb chick in front of this dude, in front of this man,
I'm like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you. Enough said. It takes the right person, right? Enough said. She's gonna eat my groceries.
Like, why you don't eat?
You're gonna. If she's cute enough, you will do anything. If she's cool enough, you will do anything for that girl. And really, it's about each other's imagination. The whole point is this: you should be able to use your imagination with your physical partner. You know what I'm saying? So it's really up to the girl. Whatever she happens to be into, hey, I'm down. I'm here to support. And whatever I'm into, you should be here to support too. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So that's it's really your imagination versus her imagination. Go have fun. Knock yourselves out. You're two people. Don't kill each other. Let there be some rules to the game, but you basically, whatever she in her mind thinks of, she could do.
Say that.
A lot of people don't want to be even too freaky. They just want to be intimate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know. But, a lot of people just want to experience things. So see what's up with that, but don't be afraid to explore somebody's imagination. Let her imagine shit, please.
Because she's probably imagining that shit when you're not there. Like,
maybe. I ain't gonna lie. I watched 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, oh, okay. But I know that was like low key a soft version of it. So,
Yeah, that was a great example because the writer of that book. Damn, I'm so OG. The writer of that book. Okay, so I had a friend of mine that was going to design her website like the girl from 50 Shades of Grey, and she had a book that she was releasing. And so I actually had to look into this person and look into their story in 50 Shades of Grey, and I read all the different things, not on purpose, but because I was researching it for website design. But actually, so this housewife who doesn't do all these things was living through her imagination. But in order to write about them, she had to experience them with her husband, who was like, we doing what? And she was like, listen, I just need to research for this book. Can you do these things with me? Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, I'm down. I'm like, boom, there you go. That's a relationship. Let her imagine that shit so she can write a book about it and y'all can get paid.
Yeah.
And a movie. Shoot.
I love it. I don't care
it's two movies, right? Like
you can reenact it.
Yeah, they were reenacting everything. They're trying all kinds of stuff. And then I guess, I don't know what they did later. I think she didn't talk about, but she's kind of a prude, she called herself. She was very resistant to a lot of these things. But for reading, she's such a great reader. She's like, all these experiences happening. I want to try something.
Right.
Let's see what happens. So she tried it with her spouse.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. on that note, what is it, Thursday? Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
It's hump day.
It's not Thursday yet.
It's hump day? Hey, there you go. That's why it's such a sexual conversation. It's hump day.
Hump day for hump day.
Hump day for hump day.
I'm low-key starving right now. I'm not even lying with you guys. Like, I came in hungover today, so I'm like, I need some food.
All right. Well, we can do that. You want to, we're at 54. You want to tie it up?
Yeah.
Tie it with the bow.
I mean, this was a riveting conversation. I learned
riveting.
Right.
I'm about to
go.
Like the big words. What's the big word of the day?
It's Big Word Wednesday.
And what is riveting?
The big word of the day.
It means like, it just.
I have no idea.
Almost like ASMR kind of sends the chills. Like, yes, I love this.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google search.
I'm gonna Google ASMR.
Foot. What is it? Foot inside vagina.
Yes.
Kama Sutra?
Foot inside the vagina.
And Kama Sutra.
She's laying on the bed. You stand in front of her. And as you had to warm it up.
You gotta use the toes.
You gotta warm it up.
Big one, and,
you slide in with the toe. You slide in with the toe. This might be even in the middle, or something when you just got her waiting and you think I'm done. You think I'm done? Yeah, I'm about to put my foot in there. Literally. OG style. You put your foot in it. You open it up. Turn around on her stomach and bang that out
with the foot
until the bed breaks
with the foot.
So what happens?
Not with the.
I got a question.
Okay,
that's hard to do. What about foot on the head? Foot on the face?
Oh, no.
Foot on
that?
Yeah, foot on the head.
Oh, so you know about that. So you know about it. Yes.
Put that leg over.
Thank you.
Right.
Preach.
You smash it from the back.
Yes. Does that make you freaky because you like to do that?
That's something, you know what I'm saying?
You got to put the foot on the head because how else you going to get
that pressure.
The whole pipe all the way in? You have to put the foot on the head.
Oh, you mean her legs. I thought you meant like
your legs.
She's down 69. Down, right? Her elbows are on the bed, on whatever. Her ass is in the air. And in order to get
face down, ass up.
If you're behind her, you can get into her a certain amount. But if you need to do a split on her so that your balls are completely inside. So you need to do a split on her by putting one head portion on her neck and the other foot behind, and you are straight up. Then that way, there's nothing.
He's demonstrating, you guys. He's literally demonstrating right now. Okay. I think I get it.
It's for penetration's sake.
I get it.
How should you get pregnant if you happen to be planning a family? So.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So
get all the sperm.
I'm like, so you
no sperm anywhere else, all the way in the uterus.
I'd be like, wait, so
right in the egg, right in the egg. It doesn't even travel. He only got to swim like 1 inch.
You know, there's a surgery-ish thing for that.
Oh shit! She's like, I thought that was a position. It's conversation.
I'm dead.
Okay. Yeah. So TP, we'll close that.
So you already heard all these crazy topics that we had. It was fun. So we do this every week. And
coming out.
Yeah, we're coming out. And thank you for hearing us and taking your time to listen to us. We'll be coming right back at you. It's Willie Will again. And
OG.
T from Tennessee.
The four Randos.
Missing Morgan. We miss you.
Oh,
Morgan.
Pew, 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 pew.
What's she doing? She at a wedding? Okay.
Right.
But, check us out. Peace.